We're the Gooners and we're gunning. Arsenal are coming. Never losing hope, we're making something out of nothing.
So our next match is against Brighton Hove Albion at home, so this should be a pretty simple win. At least I think it should. Yeah, so it turns out that wasn't the case at all, because Brighton actually had the first chance of the match. Trossard crosses it in, it's headed out, but then Balogun gets onto it to Jahan Baksh, and he scores near post. 1-0 Brighton. It's alright though, because we came back about like 15 plus minutes later. Kang and Lee to Torreira. Through ball to Kang and Lee. Lee takes one touch, then shoots it, then scores. 1-1. A few minutes later, a chance for us again. Torreira to Lacazette. All the room in the world just to run past two defenders and blast it into the back of the net. And it's 2-1 just like that. 62 minutes played. Torreira to whip it in, and you think we're going to score off a corner? That never happens. Never in this FIFA. McKennie Doe takes the shot from outside the box and scores and makes it 3-1. Technically, I will call that my first long... Well, actually, no. That'd be our second long shot goal because Verdi scored that one time. And then finally, to end it off, 87 minutes played, Reiss Nelson to Lacazette. Lacazette threads the ball between two defenders, finds Reiss Nelson, and Nelson with the calmest of finishes you'll see in this series yet. Next up, Rosenborg. All we have to do today is get 3 points and we will win the group. Yeah, it's that simple. But just like the concept of getting 3 points, this match was very easy. McKennie makes the run in the box, cuts inside, dribbles, takes the shot off the post, and in. 1-0 Arsenal. Right around the end of the half, Guerin, one of our Youth Academy graduates, passes to Guendouzi, to Nelson, and watch Guerin run into the box here. He's all by himself, and he scores on his debut. Man's gonna be a star. 69 minutes played, a counter-attack for Arsenal. Chambers to Guendouzi. Guendouzi runs down to the center circle, cuts inside, passes it to Chambers, who finds Guerin down on the wing. Guerin makes the run. He could make it 3, make it his second goal. It's saved by the keeper, and Reiss Nelson heads it in for the rebound. 3-0. And with that, not only are we advancing to the next round, but we have simply won our group in 5 matches. So the match against Bayer Leverkusen, we could lose it. I don't care. Last time we visited Goodison Park, we won 3-0. So maybe that'll happen again. Who knows? Not the greatest of starts for us. In the 8th minute, Walcott receives the ball from Sigurdsson, receives it back from Walcott, passes it to Yusuf Poulsen, brings it to Sigurdsson, threads it to Yusuf Poulsen. Poulsen doesn't have the greatest angle, and it's easily saved by Leno. 28 minutes played. Tierney intercepts the ball from an Everton player, runs down the wing, and if it's one thing I haven't noticed throughout this entire series until now is the fact that Tierney has 95 pace. Anyways, we scored. 53 minutes played, another chance for us. Bellerin finds Kang and Lee, passes it to Torreira, back to Ceballos, to Aubameyang. Kang and Lee making that run. A few minutes later, Ceballos brings it to Guendouzi, who runs down the pitch, sees Lacazette, threads it to him. Lacazette between two defenders, and he makes it 3-0. Deja vu, anyone? Everton had one more chance to maybe get a consolation goal here. Vicino to Ozil, sees Yusuf Poulsen, and he misses completely. And that's right. MESUT OZIL plays for Everton. So after the month of November, we're just gonna review the table real quick. Things have gotten just that little bit better. Just a little bit though. We are still first. We're currently 9 points above Stoke City, and then after them is Leicester City, then Manchester United, and then Brighton. But also, as you can see, there's a little improvement from our top 6 sides, or our usual top 6 sides. Spurs are now 7th, Manchester City are 8th, I mean Manchester United now 4th, so there's that too. But then it's just, it's kind of the same after that. We have Liverpool in 12th, Chelsea in 14th, and still in the relegation zone, Wolves. Speaking of Chelsea, we're playing them now at home. We've won our past few matches, and I feel like with that momentum, we can very much take on Chelsea and beat them. 6 minutes played, Dani Ceballos passes it to Aubameyang, who sees Lacazette. Lacazette takes the shot, and it's easily saved by Caballero. 11 minutes played, Torreira leading the counter-attack, passes it to Kang-in Lee, who keeps running, finds Lacazette, passes it back to Kang-in Lee, sees Aubameyang making that run, passes it to him, and Aubameyang just misses by inches. 26 minutes played, Kang-in Lee to Lacazette, Torreira sees Aubameyang making that run, and yeah, I probably should have gone full power on that. 29 minutes played, Pasalic running down the wing, sees Memphis Depay, is not going to pass it to him until now, who's deep down on the wing, crosses it in for Hudson-Odoi, who's way too far out, and it hits the side netting. But guys, after that first half, we went downhill from there. 62 minutes played, Pasalic receives it from Halstenberg, passes it to Depay, back to Pasalic, sees Halstenberg on the wing, over the top through ball to Belotti, who crosses it in for Depay. Luckily it's saved by Leno, but then Zagadou passes it right back to the attacker. Nothing happens of it, but then Depay ends up with it all of a sudden. And we're 1-0 down, and we're 2-0 down against Chelsea. So let's just forget that happened. We now face Leverkusen. I don't really care what happens in this match because I literally played my weakest side possible. So if we lose, we lose. We're still group winners. Nothing really happened until the 61st minute. Gabriel Jesus, and yes, Jesus plays for Leverkusen. The bunch of passing play, yada yada yada. 1-0 by Leverkusen. I mean, yeah, you know, we didn't really play the greatest team ever, and you could kind of see that here. And yeah, so 2-0. Kai Havertz makes it 2. Whatever, we're still group winners. The snow is falling at Carrow Road as we are facing Norwich. We beat this team 4-0 last year, easily. So I don't really see anything changing from that. Turns out this match was just kind of difficult for me. I don't really know why. I just never really found that many chances. Either way, we do have a penalty here as one of the Norwich defenders just decides to maul down Lacazette like he's nothing. And then Aubameyang to take the penalty. You can watch me just struggle to aim and just pray that it goes in. And luckily enough, Tim Krul just doesn't move, so we're 1-0 up just like that. A couple minutes later, speed racer Kieran Tierney runs past most of the Norwich defense down on the wing. He fake shots it between two, sees Lacazette. Lacazette with the most beautiful turn, and it's 2-0. On to the next match. I've been in pretty good form, boss. Can you please play, mate? Well, Simone Verdi, I mean, one of my viewers did say that you're quite good, so, yeah, sure, I'll play you. So here we are at snowy Emirates, facing Cardiff City. Simple enough. Yeah, turns out this match also was a major struggle for us. Aubameyang has the chance to make it 1-0. And that is a terrible finish. And guys, just keep in mind, right? I show highlights of the major matches and stuff. I'm showing highlights of a match against Cardiff City. It was that bad. 20 minutes later, Guendouzi to Biakasaka to McKennie. McKennie turns, tries to finesse it outside the box, and it goes right to the keeper. 30 minutes played, Upamecano to Weston McKennie. Sees Reece Nelson making the run, decides to thread it to him. Reece Nelson cuts inside, crosses it in, and who's there? None other than Simone Verdi. Coincidence? I think not. But literally moments later, my incompetent defending is just exposed by, let me say it again, Cardiff City. Later on into the second half, we have a chance to just end this match, just forget it forever. Buyakasaka crosses in for Reece Nelson. How do you miss from that close? 86 minutes played, another chance for Cardiff City. Bennett's down on the wing, makes one miss, makes another miss, makes a miss again, threads it to Vassell, and it's saved by the keeper luckily. And finally, the match ends 1-0. It's 3 points. It's fine. I'm just saying though, ever since we played Everton with Ozil, we have not been the same team at all. Like, I don't know, man. Ozil just scares me. I feel like he may have just cursed our club or something. Alright, it's time to bounce back. It's time to get realistic. It is time to be the Arsenal that everyone knows us to be. Face us, West Ham. Oh.
And the score is 2-1. A great chance.
Oh.
It must be. Good. Oh, that's a penalty. More trouble.
Well, this might just be the nail in the coffin.
Talk about being depleted.
Let's just let's never talk about this match ever again, right? We're gonna need to do something about this. This is just getting way too ridiculous right now. I'll be back in a second. Kangen, we need you. Please, Kangen. We beg of you. Okay, I am fully convinced that we just might be back, alright? We're facing Watford. We have scored 11 goals against this club in the last 2 matches. We can't mess this up. 20 minutes played, Reece Nelson receives it from Kolasinac, brings it to Nketiah, sees Saka running down the wing all by himself. Saka decides to take it himself, finesse right into the bottom right. 1-0 to the Arsenal.
That's a straightforward piece of work for the goalkeeper. Oh, this is
Maxwell.
Well, they've responded well.
Come on. Be serious.
You should let the move go on.
Looking to attack the cross.
Guys, let's be serious. Come on, guys.
Tell us about.
It's the second goal for Tottenham Hotspur.
There's still time to come back, alright guys? We're only 3 goals down. Come on guys, we can do this.
We're the Gooners and we're gunning. Arsenal are coming. Never losing hope, we're making something out of nothing.